January 21st, 2025, day 2 of this. Barely, I mean, it's just after midnight, but I did want to go ahead and just make the video of a snapshot of where I'm at, and it's not a fun place at all. Like, I feel like I am in this really weird interim of a place where I definitely recognize that I need help, and I am I told my people like where I'm at, how things have been. One of my best friends and I will tell each other we can do hard things, and I would pass that message along to anybody that you can and we can do hard things and you're not alone. And so the place where I find myself is that I relapsed with alcohol, and I'd been really struggling with SI, and my depression was high, my anxiety was high, and I was working with my PHP team with my eating disorder, as well as working on not drinking, and also just trying to do life, just trying to have a job and do life and raise some cute puppies. And with that, I can definitely see now how I isolated, and it really seems like there were so many breadcrumbs that led to this place. And looking back, I'm like, how can I make sure that I never, ever, ever get to this place again? And I don't have the answers to that, but I will say, in trying to build up my resilience to even just do life right now, just to breathe and to find room to live, it was pretty simple. I got a piece of paper out, and I was like, what do you need? And I was like, well, I need shelter, I need safety, I need community, I need food, I need water. And I need sleep. I think that was another one. And after that, it just kind of felt like, all I want you to do is focus on this. And I was in a place like not very long ago that I was like setting alarms to remind myself to drink water and to eat food. And so that has been and is and will remain very humbling of a place. And so yeah, basically I didn't want to be here anymore, and my team pretty much recommended / forced my hand, and I'm thankful now to go to the emergency room. And then I was admitted to a psych ward on a Tuesday and got released on a Friday. And then my insurance changed, and I was no longer able to be in PHP virtually like I had been doing. And so that really shifted every single thing. So I went from having all this support to none so on Friday, when I got released from the hospital, I didn't have a team I didn't have a treatment team anymore. And that was really scary. That time is so much of a blur. And I remember thinking and feeling just this amount of anxiety of like, I can't do this. Like, I'm not going to be able to live through this. I'm not going to make it. And I kept feeling like, oh, I'm not going to make it. I'm not going to make it out of this. I'm not going to make it. This is it. And I really am in this place where I have nothing to lose. And decisions have kind of come a lot simpler, in the sense of, it's like, this is a life or death thing at this point. Like, when, like, of course, do I want to have a job, and do I want to do things that I feel like most people can do? Like, yeah. But right now it's like, what do you need to do to live? And that is truly seeking and getting a higher level of care. And so I got reassessed to the place that I was seeking treatment with my eating disorder in Charlotte, and I called them and was like, I need, this is the situation, like I need help, and it's like so apparent to me. And they recommended residential, and so did my treatment team prior to me getting admitted to the hospital. And so that wasn't a surprise, but I think I got to this place where I'm like, I absolutely need this, and I'll do anything at this point. I think I got to a place where I don't want to like participate anymore with the addiction or the eating disorder. And I feel like I've described it as like handlebars. It's like, I was able to like let go of alcohol and then the next thing was like the eating disorder. And then when treatment for the eating disorder kind of came into play, I was like, oh, and alcohol, and then the eating disorder and alcohol, and I'm just kind of at this point like being like holding on, and I'm like, actually, what does it look like to live without either? Or maybe I should frame it like, I would rather be fighting to not have them in my life than to be fighting to build my entire life around them. Because in my experience, they both want everything of me. And I mean, and maybe this sounds dramatic, but both of them would kill me. Both of them want to kill me. The intensity of it, it's like, it's never enough. And my personality is one that is all in, which can be such a beautiful thing in some aspects, and then such a dangerous thing in others. And yeah, with the eating disorder as well as that, with alcohol and other things, it's just not something that I can manage. Like I feel like I need better coping skills. And I'm 30 and I'm not living the life that I thought I'd be living at 30. And I'm someone who wants and wanted a family, and I want to have kids, and I want to be doing a job that I feel adequate in and love. And right now my last day at my job is March 1st, not by choice, but that's where it is. And in some ways I'm thankful, because I would have never left that position, but it's now like kind of forcing my hand into, what do you really want to do? And I think that is so scary, because it made me realize, like, man, I really don't know who I am. And I feel so lost. And I just kind of keep telling myself, like, just this like whisper underneath my breath of like, why don't you just go find yourself? Like, that might be the best thing you ever do. That might be the best gift you ever give yourself, is to go find you. And I think it's worth it. Like, I truly at this point have nothing to lose. I don't have a reputation to maintain. I don't want to hide behind trying to act like I have it together, because I don't. Like, don't let this smile fool you. Don't let this look of togetherness, which I might not even have, fool you, because I feel broken. I feel like I truly have broken as a person. And I feel like I'm the lowest I've ever been and felt. And, it's just, I think I'm finally ready to just be fully honest with my treatment team and being like, this is where I'm at. Help me. And I'll do what I can to help myself and build my resilience and take care of myself. And I call my treatment team the travel guides. And right now I'm pretty lost, and I'm willing to trust my team and gain back trust from myself to live this life. Like, life is so beautiful and so fragile and so short. And I want to be that light. I want to be a light to others, and I want to get out of my own storm so that I can, help others too. One day, someday, today. It's the little things, like I've learned. It's like, it's the reaching out, it's the being present, it's the moments that you'll never know. Like I've told people, I'm like, there are people that I'll never probably ever see again that helped me on a certain day. Like, whether it was at a grocery store and someone just said hi, or like talked about something random. Like, truly, it's those moments that of just connection and seeing someone else that have kept me. And I don't know if anyone else has ever felt that way, but I have. So I'm here. I'm in a low place, and I am doing what I need to do to position myself to get the help that I know I need. And I feel raw, I feel vulnerable, and in a way that it feels good, because the way I was living before was kind of miserable. And this honestly kind of scrapes it all off, being like, I give yourself full permission to heal and to walk this out and to ask for help. I think so much of my life I haven't let my guard down. I've wanted to be so strong and be like, I got this, like, I'll be fine. And now I'm like, help me. I want to be made well. I want to be better. I told my treatment team this a lot. I was like, I don't want to walk out with crutches or a walker. Like, I want to walk this out fully. I want to be made well. So, here's to this. Here's to this journey. I don't know what this looks like. I did get assessed. I do plan on moving, which is crazy. I mean, I have a home and my roommate is moving out February 1st. I have a litter of puppies that are going home the week of Valentine's Day. I won't have a job come March 1st. And so I don't have a treatment team right now. I have my outpatient team, but I don't, I'm not in the level of care that I need, and I feel it so strongly. And I really am just creatively making a way. And so that looks different. That looks like leaning into people and being honest and vulnerable, and knowing that I'm taking this time to transition to next steps. This isn't somewhere where I want to like reside and be, because I'll like feel kind of like the anxiety lift, and I'm like, oh, like that was a fluke. Like I'll be like that was nothing. Like I'll be fine. Like I don't need a higher level of care. And then I'll remind myself like, no, you do. Like, you absolutely do. And I don't want to talk myself out of that. There's never going to be a good time to get treatment. There's never going to be a good time to pause life, because life doesn't like pauses. It doesn't like these breaks. It doesn't like, and for me, it's like the fact that I'm even still here, alive, is amazing. And if it's 6 weeks, if it's 8 weeks of finding myself and getting help, it's worth it. I mean, I kind of am telling myself, I'm like, well, I mean, if you wouldn't have made it, like if you would have died, then what does it matter what work thinks? What does it matter what other people think? You'd be dead. Like you wouldn't. So I mean, and that's why I keep kind of bringing it back to like, it's life or death, and you're alive, so choose life. So yeah, I can do hard things. We can do hard things. I'm really glad I'm here. I'm really glad you're here.